This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, with Allie LaForce reporting courtside. Here we go. So for the Spurs, their last game, a loss to the Pelicans at New Orleans Arena. And here is Harris. For three. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. And Fox has it in the corner. Here's Wembanyama.
And we talk about how Wembanyama makes the wow plays. Wow.
Now here is Harris. Pass to Jokic. The three. Walker with the rebound. And the speed of De'Aaron Fox. Wow. G.A., he gets up the court in a hurry.
And you combine his water bug quickness with the towering size of Wembanyama. It's a 1-2 punch that promises to confound opponents for years to come.
So it's Denver now, following the bucket by the Spurs. And stolen by Barnes. Fox looking it over. Barnes can't get it to go.
No matter how good you are, it's tough with the defender draped all over you.
Pass to Jokic. And stolen by Wembanyama. Now Barnes. Wembanyama left side. And it's Harris off the drive. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul. In for the Nuggets.
Harris outside. Watson for three. Bangs home the trifecta.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Barnes outside. Back to Fox. Spurs passing it around. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. When asking him about their key to success, he immediately pointed to Jamal Murray. Coach said he's the conductor of their operation. If you want to slow them down, you go for the head of the snake, and that's Jamal. Keying in on the orchestrator sounds like a good plan. We'll see if they execute it. Back to you guys.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. That's to Mutombo. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And he lays it straight in.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now here's Mutombo. Watson with it. Back to Mutombo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
And Mutombo, a defensive force, a long, intelligent player who plays well on both ends of the floor.
And never Greg an all-star, but he is a star. Jamal Murray can flat out play.
And he's had his hurdles to overcome with injury over the years, but he's never one to shrink from a challenge, and he remains a prolific shot creator.
Now here is Harris. Harrison Barnes missing his shot. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Over in the corner, Barnes. Offline with his three. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Nuggets. To the middle. Here's Mutombo. And it's Dikembe with the jam.
And at 7'2", all Mutombo needs is a position near the hoop, and he throws it down.
Right side, Fox. Driving the lane. And that one drops.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And it's Dikembe with the jam.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
I'd say that's impossible, but he does this every night, folks. Victor Wembanyama. And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Takes it inside. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Harris outside. Pass to Watson. Back to Harris. That will count. Oh, and he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
An ideal way to end the quarter with momentum on your side.
A good close contest so far as we and this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. And GA, a lot of the best defensive teams in the league have some stout zone looks they can go to. Where do those in a game come in handy?
I mean, often it's a way of challenging opponents to make perimeter shots, but also you want to show different looks just to kind of disrupt the rhythm of a team's offensive flow.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Kevin. Victor Wembanyama is trying to gain strength, but he said it's important not to lose your mobility. So bulking up is not a good word. It's more being stable. That's the way to keep going. I don't need to bulk up. I need to get my core stronger. I need to get solid. Kevin, back to you.
That approach makes sense. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Harris drives in. Watson's shot is good.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
With some arc, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
And Fox has a lot of game. I mean, really good at distributing the ball, getting into the lane, and getting his guys involved.
Fox hits them both. The Nuggets leading. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. And it's to Kembe with the jam.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think.
Outstanding awareness and a terrific finish.
Now, here's Fox. Pass to Stackhouse. That one's not going to go. Outside Gordon. Here's Watson. Launches it. And again, it's the Nuggets from deep.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Anytime your field goal percentage is in the high 50s, partner, you're doing something right.
Now, here's Fox. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
Here's Mutombo, and he uses the glass on the layup. Mutombo's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nuggets.
This is what they were hoping to get from him tonight. Solid performance.
Quarter two, and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. For three, Harris. And it's Harper with the rebound. And Wembanyama, that's for two. And another turnover here by San Antonio.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. The Nuggets leading by 7. Pass to Jokic. Lets it go from deep. And Wembanyama with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Jack with it. Now guarded by Ayton. And here is Jack. Back to Jokic. There's Jokic being aggressive inside. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Nuggets.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
On top of that, they're creating turnovers and taking advantage by converting on the offensive end.
And for Christian Brown, 3 high school state titles, then a national championship in college, and now Clark, an NBA champion in Denver.
Yeah, you can count the guys that have done that in the history of the NBA on maybe 2 hands. It might only be 1. You'd have to categorize him as a winner, if nothing else. I mean, and his game is all about quality. I mean, he does everything. He moves well without it. He can shoot it. He can drive it. He defends well. I mean, he's just a throwback all-around good guard.
And stolen by Ayton. Wembanyama, left side. Wembanyama going to town inside.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
There's Jokic. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Ayton. Well, Clark, we've all heard the stats on Nikola Jokic, but it doesn't tell the entire story, does it?
No, it doesn't tell the whole story, but it tells you a series of stories. I mean, Jokic is like the encyclopedia of basketball, Kevin. I mean, I just love watching him play. I mean, this guy does it his own way at his own pace, and his skill level is off the charts. His shot making is remarkable. His unorthodox way of doing what he does is a treat for all spectators of the game.
I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And just a fantastic season a year ago in terms of his free throw shooting, 90% from the line.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Denver on top, up by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Barnes outside. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Barnes has got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Spurs. Mutombo sets a screen. And Watson has it in the corner. Back to Mutombo. And it's Dikembe with the jam.
One of his specialties on display there. A nifty lead pass.
San Antonio trailing here. Outside, Walker. On the wing, Walker. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Wembanyama. Mutombo is some nice D. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Hey, guys. The Spurs are on the rise. Victor Wembanyama said, quote, "I've been on board since day one. We know it's not going to be a straight line. There will be ups and downs. This is not easy, but I'm very confident in the skill that my guys have. The long term is never being questioned." Kevin, back to you.
They'll get there for sure. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Here's Fox. Banked in off the glass. Fox has got 6.
And Fox excelling at scoring through contact that time. Always looking to take it all the way to the rack. And, you know, it's clear that Gordon is one of the best dunkers in the game. Always looking to bring the thunder.
Wembanyama, left side. Rebound by the Nuggets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Fox. Here's Harris. Pass to Watson. Latrey. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. Now it's a 7-point Nugget lead.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Here's Fox. And stolen by Watson. Deflects the pass. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Harris looking it over. Goes up on the wing. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Spurs trailed by 7. But there's no question Peyton Watson is a player on the rise.
Yeah, and I think his ceiling is pretty high. I mean, he's a high-effort guy, seems to be a high-character guy because he's always ready whenever his number is called, and he produces in short stints of playing time. And the versatility he brings defensively, major value added.
Basket counts. Mutombo's got the lead up to 9 now for Denver.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And yes, it's good.
And there's an example of Fox. Doesn't have to get all the way to the cup to be effective.
On the wing, Gordon. Here's Harris. And the layup's good off the glass. Harris has got 5 points so far.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Outside, Fox. Driving in. Here's Wembanyama. And here's Barnes for 3. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist. Barnes has got 6 points in the quarter. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. And the Nuggets with some changes. There's a minute left here in the third quarter. And it's Jokic in the corner. Johnson the screen. Shot left block. In deep. Jokic drops it in. 9 points in the game so far.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Right, we see a lot of change in the NBA, but Nikola Jokic always seems to stay in the MVP conversation.
And not just in it, at the top of it. His ability to affect the game is basically unmatched. He dominates in just about every single aspect. Considered by many to be the best prospect since LeBron James, Wembanyama seems determined to reach his full potential.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. Clock at 6. Jack with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Shireman. Stackhouse with the steal.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
The Spurs shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Both free throws good from Stackhouse.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Nuggets lead by 5. And fourth quarter basketball.
The Nuggets, 43.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. The Nuggets leading by 5. On the wing, Harris to the inside. Pass to Watson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Watson's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Denver.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Outside for Wembanyama. Back to Ayton. Rebound by the Nuggets.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
The Nuggets moving the ball around. Jokic a screen. And it's Harris off the drive. Jokic, big man with the triple.
Well, Jokic is a judicious three-point shooter, so you know he likes the look when he takes one.
And that one's good. Wembanyama.
Offensively, he's carrying his weight, doing his part. Maybe they should get the ball to him a little bit more.
Stackhouse with the steal. And stolen by Thibault for the finish. And Jokic slams it in.
You know, for all of his agility and craftiness, the slick moves, Jokic not afraid to go old school and just throw it down on him.
And that one's good. Parker.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Harris drives in. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Shot clock at 6. Another shot. No good.
Well, if he can somehow get into a rhythm offensively, I think they could stretch this lead.
Now Parker. Ayton inside. Oh, what a powerful dunk. That was a no-doubter.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one. Hey, you'll take as many high percentage looks as you can get.
Parker left side. Jokic pulls it down. The Nuggets leading by 8. Harris outside. Jokic rising up.
No surprise, Jokic is having a great night. I mean, he is a walking three-level bucket.
Now Ayton. Outside, Wembanyama. It's stolen by Watson. Wide open look. Cleared away by Ayton.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
And how about the show Wemby's putting on here? When he gets it going, Victor is pretty much unstoppable.
Jokic. Oh, good on the layup. Spurs trailed by 8. Here is Wembanyama. Oh, my goodness. Wembanyama delivers the hammer.
And this is what a franchise player does. Wemby coming up huge down the stretch.
Launches it. Harris. He parachutes in for the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Now Wembanyama rising up and ripping down the two-hand jam.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on. Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Wide open, but he couldn't get it to go down.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
And here's Gordon. So the Nuggets win it. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that about wraps it up.